Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. Today I wanna answer the simple question: quality or quantity? And the plane in question is the F-104S, the Italian top battle rating fighter jet. And I have three different game bits for you that should just illustrate what my problem with this plane is. Now, the plane has a lot of good selling points. First of all, this is the top price for grinding through the Italian tech tree, the air tech tree that is. Then it is really great at top speed and acceleration, climb rate, and it also has 6 air-to-air missiles. So those are all decent statistics, right? But the problem is it barely can turn. It barely can really do the maneuvers that you ask it to do. And I have played already some F-104s and all came to the same verdict, that this is one of the most stiffest bricks that I have ever encountered. And I leave the gameplay as it is. I could play it for probably days and, you know, edit the hell out of it to look like I know what I'm doing. But really, with this jet, how the hell am I supposed to make this thing work? Because it is so bad at turning. It is so bad. Now it's somewhat okayish at supersonic speeds, but below that it's really a stiff brick. And to align your weaponry with the target, yeah, that's not gonna happen. And also certain issues with it are also a problem for me personally. So first of all, 6 air-to-air missiles, but they are the AIM-9Bs, and they are bad. They're bad, and the first time you get this is on the German Premium Seahawk Mark 100 at battle rating 8.0 at rank 5. But this is, you know, rank 6 and battle rating 10.0, and all that you're ever going to fight, at least in my experience, is top tier. I never saw a down tier. That might change my opinion a little bit on it here and there, but just look, it doesn't want to turn at all. Even with the combat flaps, it barely turns around. And you know, when you have to fight planes like the MiG-21, the Draken, the Phantoms, they can easily dodge your missiles, they can easily avoid them, or they have flares, or they just turn around and counter you with their own variants. And they have better missiles. They have missiles that you, in contrast, can barely avoid. Here I have the best possible circumstances. I'm taking on speed, I'm supersonic already, and I know that behind in the clouds there is a MiG-21, and by, you know, just shooting missiles at me, I bleed speed. What a surprise, right? And I think that the new icon for the missiles is better than this constant warning, which was never really working that well. So there I try to dodge his missiles, and I do so successfully by just rolling. And this is what the plane can somewhat do. But when a Draken or a MiG-21 comes from any other direction than from behind and they launch those missiles, yeah, good luck trying to dodge them. And also to reverse them, it's not gonna happen. Just look at what kind of stiff brick I am. I had to bleed all the speed in order to dodge him. Yes, I could do it with the air brakes, but then people would come after me. Oh, you used air brakes at top tier and so forth. You know, there are so many opinions flying around, like there are different variants of this plane in the game. So you have the problem that you cannot really get those crappy missiles on target. Why are they so bad? Well, first of all, the launch radius is very small. Then they are not really that fast, and they only can hold 10 Gs. You have 6 of them, which is amazing, but this is the quantity part. The quality is really low of them, as well as is the handling of the plane. Should I take less fuel? Should I take other weapons loadouts? You know, whatever. It's just minor adjustments on a big package of nonsense. It just doesn't work for me. And again, it's hampered also by the fact that it never sees a down tier, at least in my experience. I always have to fight the best of the best when it comes to the players as well as the jets. This is a plane that I cannot even imagine how painful the stock grind is. So I think that with the Chinese one, I think that was the first one that I presented to you, it has simply better missiles. it just is in a better state overall. And so yeah, the verdict on this plane is it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. So when it comes to the AIM-9Bs, they are just versus targets that would die anyway, versus targets that are completely unaware of you. And you know, I tried quite a lot to just flank the enemy team, you know, to go on the deck with maximum speed using ridgelines, trying to turn around and then shoot up the enemy team from behind, because they never see the missiles coming, right? That's the idea. But that's already the approach that I tried to do with the whcih, and you know, that's a premium bomber. So yes, the maneuverability is that tragic. Again, I could try for days to make it work and to get some decent footage, but that's then lying to you. It would say, look what I can do with the plane, but it would be cherry picking. Yes, people have rightful criticism that I'm not the best jet pilot, that I lack somewhat the experience, but I made other planes work. MiG-21, the Phantoms, and also the Draken, I made somewhat work. Yes, I have some problems with the size of the maps, but you know, I think every kind of top tier jets has its fair share of problems with this getting thrown into this environment, and then it's down to the player to pick the situations and to create the situations. With this thing, I think your greatest enemy is clouds, because you cannot lock on enemy targets that would be, for example, unaware. And I just wanted to share this final battle here with you that ended in a hilarious way. So I'm not complaining about this plane being bad, I'm just merely describing my problems with it. And so I hope for if you are able to come up with constructive criticism, tell me how to fly this plane, because for me personally it's there with little to no options. And look at this, MiG-19. This is one of those scenes, right? I align myself perfectly, pull the trigger, and actually hit him. Left gear lag. Thank you very much. And he wobbles himself into the firing solution of one of my missiles, and I get a critical hit. If this would have been a kill, you know, it would have looked amazing. But this MiG-19S pilot just made all the errors, and he doesn't really properly counter me. And it was around about this moment where I lost kind of interest in the fight, because he would win it, you know, and I bleed the speed, I get out of my comfort zone when it comes to the best possible maneuverability, and now he makes the dive. I try again, I cannot lock on through the clouds. When we then exit the clouds, he's pulling up just slightly, and versus, you know, the missiles on a MiG-21 or a Draken, that would have been a kill shot, but not with those missiles. They are really, really crap. And now I thought to myself, okay, that's anyway the last battle of today, because of some private stuff, and he is still in front of me, and I still try to get the kill, but even his slight maneuvering is all that it takes, and I cannot align the plane. I know where he is going, I try to align the plane, but I just can't. I just can't do it. And I know that I'm stalling myself out, I know that I should never go into this situation, but I was kind of desperate to get any sort of footage. And now the plane is completely unresponsive at all. I know this is a complete flat spin already, and you know, I got set on fire, but this is then where the fun actually starts. Or this could be a very, very cool fail clip for not just me, but also somebody else. So I deploy here the flaps and also the air brakes. There is just no way that I'm getting out of this alive. I'm dead already, and you know, once he shoots up my wing, I know there is one last trick. I get myself deliberately in a flat spin and he rams me.